Motherhood is a thing that runs throughout a lot of my work. I have three beautiful daughters, continual inspiration to me. I have Ezra Petunia, Clover Iona, and Cordelia Lavender. And Delia is my oldest, and when she was about 2.5, she started telling me her dreams. Every time she'd wake up, she'd say, "I dreamed about," and then she'd tell me these wild dreams she was having. One of her first ones was she was having a tea party with a monster. And it was a nice monster, but it was kind of scary. And I just loved that. I thought that was such a wonderful image that put in my head. I thought, okay, I have to paint that. And so I painted it, and she kept telling me her dreams, some of which worked, some didn't. She had one where she had a crocodile for a pet, and they went on a walk together. And that was a fun one. And, you know, she, as children do, she grew out of the phase rather quickly. And I did try and, you know, what else you got? Push her a little for ideas, but her dreams started to become cinematic. She would be telling me the story of Sleeping Beauty that I'd kind of catch on and say, wait a minute, you know, that's the Little Mermaid. I know that story already. And so I set out to create a body of work called Delia's Dreams that was, you know, my leaping point was her dreams. But what it turned into was an exploration of imagination and childhood imagination. What can happen if you don't have things that you know can and can't happen? And there are no limits and no boundaries, because you put in logically, that's not going to work. Anything could work. And I got pretty far with it until I felt like I didn't succeed. I think I know too much. And couldn't quite let all the way go. And eventually they became expressions of what I was thinking about and what I was experiencing. And the monster that's nice but kind of scary became a parody on life. It's nice, but it's kind of scary. And it's both there, and you can accept it and be calm with it and love it. Okay, the piece I did, Serena and Her Lion, is an example of that, where the lion could turn and bite a piece of flesh out of her arm or something, but she's pretty okay with it. She's calm, she's accepting, and, well, she's mostly okay with it. But I feel that way about a lot of things in life, and you can get up face to face with the fear, with the challenge, and be calm and accepting and go with it. So I took a picture of an elephant at Phoenix Zoo, and I really wanted to paint it. It was a neat image. And a couple days later, I had one of my daughter's friends over, and she was in my living room twirling and doing these lovely twirls with a little skirt and her long hair. And so I took a couple pictures of that too, and then I thought, I'll, you know, put them together. She's twirling on an elephant. And after I had finished the painting, she and her mom came over to my house to see the painting, and I showed it to her. I said that Addie's her name, she's always twirling on elephants. And she put her hand on her hip and looked at me and said, "Not all the time," which was wonderful. Apparently, occasionally she does twirl on elephants, and that was pirouettes and pachyderms is how that came about. Birdcage was done at about the same time. It didn't necessarily go with Delia's Dream, but it's in the same genre and had the same feel, and so I did include it with that body of work. It was more about the soul, the bird being a symbol of the spirit or the soul, and she's holding her cage, which is empty. But if you notice on her dress, there in the pattern there are some birds, and it was a play on freedom and containment and choice, and being able to get here and decide for yourself where you're going to go and what you're going to do.